Before we lit this shit, we dreamed it. Always felt this shit coming, but I just couldn't see it.
Mic is on. Alrighty. Mass Bros family. We back with a motherfucking banger in this bitch. We got a 10 for 10.
10 for 10, baby.
Combo.
Not the 4 for 4.
10 in 10 minutes. We gonna give you our top 10 running backs in 10 minutes for the 2019 NFL season. We about 2 weeks away?
Yeah, 1 or 2 weeks.
I know college kickoff this week. Sorry ass Michigan State play. But that's straight.
We play, I don't even know who we play.
I don't know who he played. I know he played Friday. But, I'm gonna give you this top 10. We're gonna start the timer on the phone. And remember, it's only 10 minutes. Let it focus one time. We're gonna give you 10 in 10 minutes. Don't expect nothing else. 10 minutes. No matter what, we getting cut off. Expect different videos for 10 to 10. It's a new segment with the Mass Bros. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it didn't even start. I'm sick. Echo. Go ahead and start off with your 10.
All right, my number 10, I say, is Dalvin Cook from the Vikings. He had 133 touches for 615 yards and only 2 touchdowns. But he had a hamstring injury last year, so he's going to come back strong. I feel like he had a good preseason so far, and I feel like he's going to bounce back with a 1,000-yard season this year.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that after that injury, he about done for, in my opinion. I don't got him in my top 10, by the way. My 10 is Ezekiel Elliott. I know there's something going to be mind-blowing. What? He's not your number 1, top 5? No, he got too many outside issues going on right now. We still don't even know if he's going to play this season. So, for me, I'm surprised he didn't put him in my top 10. I know he had the most yards last season. But he also had the most attempts, so that's more injuries, more food he eating after. He like Shaq when it comes to the NFL. You know what I mean? He come back an extra 50 pounds every year, so we'll see what happens with him. And I'm going to start off with a 9. This may blow people's mind too. I got Kerryon Johnson at 9. I think he's going to take the league by surprise this year. Just, people just underrating him, but hopefully, I don't know. I may, because I'm a Lions fan, I don't know. He's a Lions fan. He thinks that, everybody's going to be good in his team. No, he's probably the only person in any top 10, any of my top 10s for any position. So,
Yeah, my number 9 is James Conner from the Steelers. 215 touches, 973 yards, 12 touchdowns last year. This year, I think he's going to do better. I think he has the biggest chip on his shoulder coming from that fighting back from cancer and stuff. I feel like he just works harder than anybody else just because what he's been through, and I feel like I kind of feel for him. Like I feel like he's gonna have a breakout year. Definitely a 1,000-yard back. Especially they lost Antonio Brown. They're trying to rebuild now, so he's a young talent on their team. Him and Juju, so I feel like they should be good. My number 8 is Melvin Gordon. He got 175 touches for 885 yards and 10 touchdowns. I put him up here just because I feel like Chargers are a Super Bowl contender, and Phillip Rivers is near the end of their season, so he needs to produce now. So I feel like he's going to try his hardest to carry his load. Right now he's on a holdout, though, so we'll see how that goes. He's trying to get that money, so.
Yep, I got Melvin Gordon at 8 too. And I just think that he's going to be traded by before the end of the season. I think that that's toxic to have somebody don't want to be there, especially for how good they were last season. I just think that, they can get a good quality, maybe not an every down back, but, somebody who gets the job done, who averages 100 yards a game, or maybe even 80, something like that around there, will get them back to where they want to be. It doesn't exactly have to be him. It would be nice if he stayed, but I just think that his mind is just not there. I was hoping the Lions would trade for him, but that's a different discussion. My number 7 is Leonard Fournette. I think he has one hell of a bounce back season. He must have been hurt last year. He didn't pay much attention to the Jaguars, but only had 439 yards the entire season. That's not him. So You know, he definitely has to bounce back. I think Jag's going to be pretty solid this year. New quarterback in.
Yeah, I think so too this year. My 7 is Le'Veon Bell. He did sit out all year last year, but he has fresh legs. I mean, he's going to come in rusty, but 2017 was a good year for him. 321 touches for 1,291 yards and 9 touchdowns, which is a great year. Not only that, he's going to help a young Sam Darnold in the passing game, not only the rushing game. He's a great pass catcher running back. He's a do-it-all back, really, 3-down back. If he could stay healthy, though, as long as that injury doesn't get injured again, I think he's good.
Oh, yeah, most of it.
Number 6, I got David Johnson. Now, this one's probably going to be, like, why you got David Johnson from the Cardinals? 258 attempts for 940 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. But this year, he has a young Kyler Murray, and I feel like he's going to get a lot more workload this year. I feel like he's going to have to help out a young offense, and he's going to be a 1,000-yard back, I feel like, this year, he was only 60 yards away last year. So I feel like he's going to be pretty good this year and helping out. I feel like a lot of the focus is going to be on Kyler, so he's going to be a pretty big threat this year.
Yeah, I don't got David Johnson in my top 10. I just think that he's getting older and that team's getting younger, so he's just gonna. I don't think he's gonna look that good in that system, with the way that Kyler Murray runs and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think that's his fit. You know, his fit's more that pro style. You know, handoff run, pass on third down type stuff. You know what I mean? But my number 6, we got Christian McCaffrey. I just think that I told him, I admit it. I said he's gonna be a bust, blah 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 blah, and then I got him in my top 10. He's gonna say something I already know, but I got him in my top 10 at 6 with that high power offense. You know, it's almost like they went the college game the way they play with. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I just think bounce back season for the quarterback too. Can't think of his name right now.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton's gonna have one hell of a bounce back season.
Yeah, as long as he stays healthy.
He had that ankle injury in the preseason. That's a high power offense. And my to get off number 5, we got Todd Gurley. He had 1,000 yards last season, a little bit over 1,000, 7 TDs. I expect even more TDs from him this season, you know. But I think he has a slight decline on the yards, just a little bit. I think maybe under 1,000 this season. Yeah.
My number 5 is Todd Gurley too, actually.
Oh my God.
256 touches for 1,251 yards, 17 touchdowns, which is probably close to a record last year. And that is crazy. But like you said, he's gonna get a lot. He's gonna get not a lot less touches, but he's gonna get less touches. But he's still a superstar, so he's gonna break out and have at least a 900 to 1,000 yard season again. But they want him. You know, they want him healthy for the postseason, because you've seen this last year. They needed him and he wasn't there, and C.J. Anderson wasn't very good for that position. But number 4, I got Christian McCaffrey. Like you said, 219 touches, 1,098 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's a do-it-all back. I feel like Panthers don't really have a good number 1 receiver, so I feel like he's going to be really good this upcoming year.
My boy Devin Funchess. Number 4, I got Saquon Barkley. I think he has a slight decline with Odell leaving. That's about it for him. Then kicking off number 3 is Le'Veon Bell. I got him so high. I think everybody said he didn't work last season. I think he's been putting in work, just not posting it, just posting his raps, because that's what he loves. I think he has a chip on his shoulder and has something to prove. Number 2.
My number 3, my number 3 is Alvin Kamara. 194 touches with 883 yards, 14 touchdowns. But then again, this dude is just like a Christian McCaffrey, do it all back. He's going to be great for Super Bowl contending team this upcoming year. Number 2, Ezekiel Elliott. I have him high because he's a good producer. He has a good old line. 304 yards last year, 1,434 yards. I bet 304 touches and 6 touchdowns. I feel like he's gonna do good this year.
Yeah, as long as he plays.
Yeah.
That's why he's so low for me. Number 2 for me, I got Alvin Kamara. I just think that they're destined to win the Super Bowl. Just the way he plays, I think it's like unseen from running back position. It's just crazy, you know. Mm-hmm. I think he's even a step above Le'Veon Bell when it comes to that dual threat.
Yeah.
Number 1 is gonna blow everybody's mind. But I got James Conner at number 1. I just love his chip, his work ethic. You know, he works harder than anybody in the field, and I think that he has something to prove. Yeah, he's watching over his back. Oh, when's Le'Veon gonna come back? When's Le'Veon gonna come back? I think this is his season where he's just like, you know, this is me. This is my team. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But okay, yeah.
For me, number 1 is Saquon Barkley. I feel like he's gonna be really good this year, just because their passing game's not gonna be that good. They don't have a number 1 receiver now. They have Golden Tate, who could be a number 1 receiver, but I feel like he's more of a number 2. He last year he had 261 yards, 1,307 touchdowns, or 1,307 yards, 11 touchdowns. But I feel like he improves from that. I feel like he's going to lead the league this year. And my sleeper pick is Kerryon Johnson. Last year he only had 118 touches for 641 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he had to split the workload, and he was a rookie. They didn't know what he was going to produce, and now that they see what he's going to produce, they let go of LeGarrette Blount. They signed C.J. Anderson, but I don't think he's going to get as many touches. I feel like Kerryon Johnson is definitely a 1,000-yard back this year,
Most
100%.
My dark horse / sleeper is Philip Lindsay. You know, he's another person that has that chip that nobody else has, and I just expect he believes he's the best, and I think eventually he could be one of the best in the league. And guess what? We're great. 10 minutes. You already know.
Greatness.
Yeah, but
before
we
your eyes.
we gotta go to the gym. We out.